Yeah, Talk Nation salute. Welcome back, man. It's your boy Real Talk Live Sports, aka the Ghetto Stephen A. Fight weekend. Two Texas natives going down, going to figure out who is going to be a part of the future of the light welterweight division moving forward, and the welterweight division moving forward. Now, Vergil Ortiz is taking on Maurice Hooker. It's going down live. Now, tail of the tape, Vergil Ortiz is a seven-time national amateur champion, and in 2013, junior Olympics champion. And in 2019, he was the Ring Magazine Amateur Candidate of the Year. Now, he currently stands at 16-0 with 16 pretty much devastating knockouts. Very serious power, but we'll get into that. Age, 22 years of age, has a long, bright future ahead of him. Stands at 5'10", reach 70 inches. As I said, he hails from the great state of Texas. His last two fights was Samuel Vargas, you already know, knockout. Brad Solomon, you already know. Knockout, sleep, peace. Maurice Hooker, tail of the tape. Hooker held the WBO light welterweight title from 2018 to 2019. He challenged for the WBC lightweight welterweight, title in 2019. He stands currently, he's in the top 10 as far as the light welterweights. So Vergil Ortiz, this is a good step up. He's fighting somebody ranked in the top 10, I believe it was in 2019 or 2020. Maurice Hooker was number 6 on that list, you know what I'm saying? But probably fell a couple of spots, you know what I mean? But he still should be in the top 10. Now the tail of the tape continues. He stands at 27-1-3 with 18 knockouts. Age 31. So Maurice Hooker is the senior coming into this fight. He stands at 5'11", reach 80 inches. As I said, he hails also from the great state of Texas. His last two fights was Uriel Perez, which was okay, you know what I mean? He stopped Perez, you know what I mean? Stopped him pretty early. I believe it was in the first round. Didn't recover from a body shot. Didn't want to come back out. Jose Ramirez, which was a loss. Jose Ramirez, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he beat up Maurice Hooker. Ain't no way to get around it. He beat up Maurice Hooker. Now, another thing you want to look at, Jose Ramirez, Robert Garcia was the trainer of Jose Ramirez. Just like Robert Garcia is the trainer of Vergil Ortiz. So, can Maurice Hooker not only avenge that loss, because when you lose to a fighter, you also lose to the trainer. Because guess who trained the fighter? The trainer. So, can he come back? Or does Robert Garcia, shout out to the whole RGBA camp, Mikey Garcia, Papa Garcia, everybody, do they have the recipe in order to pretty much nullify anything Maurice Hooker want to bring to the table? We're going to see. Because if he can't get past Vergil Ortiz, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You might as well hire Robert Garcia, you know what I'm saying? Because apparently you can't beat him. Now, Maurice Hooker is coming up in weight, was doing this thing at 140, was supposed to fight Regis Prograis, but the fight fell through, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't really comfortable fighting at 140. He was trying to get Prograis to meet him somewhere in the middle, probably do 144, 145. Fight never materialized. Maurice Hooker wind up, you know what I mean, just elevating to the welterweight division, fight at 147. He feels as though he's stronger, you know what I'm saying, at 147. His legs are better underneath him, you know what I'm saying? He has, you know what I mean, his power feels more sufficient and stable at 147 opposed to 140. But 147 is a flooded division with talent. And if you do not have talent at 147, not only will you be a bottom feeder, but you will get knocked off relatively quickly. Because the guys at the top of the pile and the up-and-coming guys, your Vergil Ortiz, your Jerron Boots Ennis, these guys have devastating talent. And if you do not I guess if you are nowhere on their level, it will be you're going to be exposed. And if Maurice Hooker has not acclimated to 147 correctly, not only will he get knocked out by Vergil Ortiz, and I believe that Vergil Ortiz can possibly knock Maurice Hooker out, in under 5 rounds. If Vergil Ortiz gets the knockout, it's going to be another 5 rounds because I really don't see this fight going the distance. But who knows? Maurice Hooker can come out and surprise everybody and fight another great fight. You know what I'm saying? Will that happen? Who knows? Because when you go up in weight, just like when you go down in weight, sometimes your body doesn't acclimate and adjust as quickly as you think it will, as quickly as you think it has. But we're going to see. Vergil Ortiz hasn't been moonlighting at this weight and at that weight. He's been fighting in the welterweight division. He's comfortable coming into this fight as far as weight, and also as far as ability. Like I said, 16 straight knockouts. Possibly this can be 17. He's coming into this fight very confident, very motivated, and he's coming in shape. He doesn't have issues as far as getting in shape, cutting weight, anything like that. Robert Garcia, he maintains a very, very good and strict camp. You know what I'm saying? All his fighters, make weight, and they all perform well. So if you look at how Maurice Hooker performed against Ramirez, if he is not coming into this fight the best version of himself, even better when he fought Perez, he is not going to last long. As I said, he's going to wind up getting knocked out in under 5 rounds. And it's not going to be very hard. Vergil Ortiz is very, 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 very strong. Very strong. And he throws very underrated. You know what I'm saying? His punch selection is very overrated. You know what I mean? Some people just look at the aggression, but Vergil Ortiz is very accurate. You know what I'm saying? His shots are very accurate. He digs very, very well with that left hook, you know what I'm saying, to the body, also coming upstairs. He possesses a nice double jab, and he possesses a nice 1-2-3. You know what I mean? Sometimes he likes to double up on the jab and then come with that straight right hand. You know what I'm saying? And he has a very underrated jab. Vergil Ortiz has a nice, solid jab. You know what I'm saying? He done put people on their back seat, or back pockets rather, with that jab. You know what I mean? Kind of something like Charlo. So Vergil Ortiz not only has power, not only has capability, but he also has the hunger. He wants to get in there and he wants to fight. He doesn't want his career to be motivated by, okay, which fight is going to be the biggest payday. No. He wants to fight the best opposition. That's why I truly see in the future a mega fight with him and also up and coming welterweight superstar Jerron Boots Ennis. I truly believe Boots has to knock Vergil Ortiz off, because at some point it's going to be them, just like it's Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. If they both maintain their winning streak and their rise in the welterweight division, ultimately they are going to wind up facing each other down the line. So if I'm Jerron Boots Ennis, or if I'm Vergil Ortiz, you know what? Let's get a head start if we can. If we can make that fight next, you know what I'm saying, maybe the fight after next or whatever. Let's get that fight done. Robert Garcia, trainer of Vergil Ortiz, has already went on record saying that he believes Vergil Ortiz can beat Jerron Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? Believes he can stop him, you know what I'm saying, or knock him out, which you wouldn't expect Robert Garcia to say anything less about his fighter. Because not only is that his fighter, but also Vergil Ortiz has the ability. Like I said, 16 knockouts straight. Very good boxer, very good aggressive boxer. He just doesn't get in there once he gets you hurt. He starts going wild like Deontay Wilder, just trying to get you up out of there with a haymaker or a crazy type of shot. No, he loads up very well, very strategically, and very smartly. He don't just throw wild shots. Vergil Ortiz has very good punch selection. The fact that he has power like he does, if he catches you with any of those shots, you're going to get hurt. You may be going to sleep. And as I said, he does throw sets of punches. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't throw just jab, jab, move around. No. You know what I'm saying? While he's standing in front of you, he may get off, you know what I'm saying, 2, 3, 4 shots. And those shots have power. He goes to the body fairly well. You know what I'm saying? Over his past few fights, you can see him start to dig to the body more and more with that left hook, that left uppercut. So he's very, very dangerous. You know what I mean? So if Maurice Hooker is not coming into this fight right, he's going to be in trouble. The pros for Maurice Hooker is he's being trained by none other than Bomac. You know what I'm saying? If you guys don't know who Bomac is, he is the trainer, head trainer for pound for pound, possibly the best fighter in the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. That's who Bomac is. You know what I'm saying? He currently trains Terrence Bud Crawford. Now also he's training Maurice Hooker for this fight. And I believe he was with him for the Uriel fight as well. Now, check this out. Because I checked out an interview that Bomac did in regards to the up and coming fight. Now, Bomac, he did seem like he was a bit I'm not going to say like he wasn't confident in Maurice Hooker's ability, you know what I mean? But for me, it seemed like he just wasn't 100% that Maurice Hooker was going to be 100% as far as his confidence, as far as his ability going into that fight. You know what I mean? Because like I said, everybody in that stable ain't Terrence Bud Crawford. So if they're not Terrence Bud Crawford, you know what I mean? It's like, do they have a chance depending upon the opposition? Now, being as though his fighter, Maurice Hooker, is facing Vergil Ortiz, a very dangerous 22-year-old, and his fighter is 31 years of age. Vergil Ortiz is very explosive, very energetic, very aggressive. You know what I'm saying? He will have no problem initiating the contact, getting up in there, you know what I mean? Because like I said, he throws combination sets. So if he does get in there and bang with Maurice Hooker, you can best believe he won't just be throwing a shot, trying to tie up. No, he's going to be throwing multiple shots, trying to get something through. And if he happens to get something through, he's going to establish that distance. You know what I mean? He's going to start letting something go and possibly knock Maurice Hooker out. Maurice Hooker is going to have to be more active than he has been in the past. Definitely when he fought Uriel, and most certainly when he fought Jose Ramirez. He's going to have to let his hands go. He's going to have to be very busy. Also, I'm doubting the power aspect from Maurice Hooker. I don't know if he has the same power as Vergil Ortiz. Vergil Ortiz, I think he's coming into this fight. He's the stronger fighter. He possesses the more power of the two. So if that is the case, Maurice Hooker is going to have to box a very smart fight, because you're in there with somebody who has good boxing ability, also somebody who is a devastating puncher. So you have to be very careful. You have to maintain and make sure that you are not only offensively on par with the fight, meaning being competitive, but also you have to make sure that your defense is tight, because you're fighting somebody who has power, who throws multiple shots. And any one of those shots, if they land, can hurt you. And once you are hurt, they have the ability, and they known for jumping on top of their opponents and finishing them off. Rather easy. So if he hurts Maurice Hooker and Vergil Ortiz jumps on him and starts getting on him and starts digging it in, and Maurice Hooker is not defending himself, the fighters are going to get stopped. So if Vergil Ortiz does not knock Maurice Hooker out in under 5 rounds, as I stipulated, I believe that the fight may be stopped in the future rounds. Easy. But as I said, fight fans, you guys know how I am. I never underestimate, and I always give credit to the underdog. And coming into this fight, Maurice Hooker, he is the underdog. Vergil Ortiz is the A side in this fight. So if Maurice Hooker does what he said he's going to do, if he's going to take it to Vergil Ortiz, I believe he's going to have to. He's going to have to go in there and take it. This fight is for the vacant WBO title. So, where the winner of this fight, good things are going to happen to them. They're going to put themselves in a position where they can possibly not only make great fights moving forward, but also they can make more money. So, with the gates starting to loosen just a little bit in certain venues, fans starting to come back in, everything is not 100% yet, but in certain venues, and I believe also in Texas, certain fan bases are allowed to start coming into the venues, not at full capacity, but they do have some, people in the stands and the seats. So moving forward, Saturday is going down. It's going to be a great fight. I'll probably do another one, Saturday talking about, I guess the keys to victory. But for real fight fans, the keys to victory is this. For Vergil Ortiz, you need knockout number 17. You need to stop Maurice Hooker early. You don't want this fight dragging on because that's going to take a knock against you. You're used to getting people up out of there, knocking them out early. If this fight goes the distance with Maurice Hooker, then they may raise questions, with you. That's going to be a positive for Maurice Hooker. He's tougher and better than a lot of people gave him credit for, Now, if you're Maurice Hooker, you can't respect Vergil Ortiz too much. You have to go into this fight and you have to take it to him. You're going to have to take that WBO interim championship title from his clutches. Being as though he's already the A side, marginally, certain things are already stacked in his favor. So if you're Maurice Hooker, you're going to have to go into this fight being the aggressor. You're going to have to step to him, toe to toe, take it to him, man to man. But at the same time, be smart. As I said, you guys know, you can play chess with him. You have to play chess with him. At times, you can play checkers. But for the most part, you're going to have to look at this fight and go through this fight and execute this fight playing chess. Because if Vergil Ortiz catches Maurice Hooker with the right shot in the right way, he going to sleep. And it ain't going to be pretty. You know what I'm saying? So, fight fans, I'm going to catch you guys on the next one, man. It's late dinner time also. Another video most likely will be dropping tomorrow. Probably going to do the Canelo Saunders or the Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Those two are on the video menu for this weekend. So which one comes first? Who knows? But if you watched the video up until this point, put down in the comments which one you guys would like to see first. Also, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will catch you guys on the next one, of course. But I'll see you guys next round, man. Do your best to stay blessed, stay motivated, protect yourself at all times, guard up and mask up, and remember, be humble. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Talk Nation, stand up. It's your boy. Peace.